Hey guys, so welcome to the JB's Nature Walk. Man, I haven't posted in a while. I've been pretty busy. Um, but recently I have been busy taking a lot of pictures and actually filming, mainly the ospreys. But today, guys, I'm going to show you pictures that I've taken at Marshy Point Nature Center, and probably maybe the following wrap time I'll show you guys the videos I've been getting. So these two guys are the osprey chicks. They actually are ready to fly. They have been flying. The last time I went there was like yesterday, and I filmed them the second time, and I even got pictures of one of the chicks flying. But you're just gonna see the pictures I've taken from a few weeks ago. So they mainly just stayed in the nest, and during this time they didn't know how to fly just yet. So you're just mainly gonna see them just in this nest. But I saw a lot of other birds as well, and you will see the other birds throughout the video. But yeah, guys, yeah, I haven't been posting, life and stuff, but I'm glad I'm back into the swing of things. I'm actively taking pictures again, and I definitely want to get as much pictures of these osprey chicks before they fly south for the winter. And because yeah, I'm gonna miss these guys. So it's gonna be different when these birds leave. It's not gonna be the same. I'm probably gonna see mainly vultures and the occasional red tail or bald eagle, but it's not the same with these ospreys, man. They're not there. It's a different experience, but I just have to cherish the moments, the imagery, and the videos I have. So yeah. So this is actually a green heron. It's a silhouette. Reason is I created this as a silhouette because this was backlit shot, meaning the sun was facing me when I photographed this beautiful green heron. So I decided to make this into an artistic type of image. But yeah, this is a green heron, and I was actually fortunate enough to film this bird as well in the same spot. So it looks a little better in the filming than the picture because it's not as black as this. You'll see some detail and color in the film. So yeah, so you'll see that within the following video. So I don't know if it's gonna be next week or the week after next week, whatever I have time to actually edit these pictures and stuff. So yeah. Um, so yep, this is my very first time to actually, photograph and film a green heron. Green herons are quite shy birds, and I'm glad I was fortunate enough to photograph and film it all at the same time. So that's pretty cool. It was actually near the osprey nest, but it was just hanging on this little log there, and just whenever I heard a splash, I've seen it just dive into the water to grab a fish. So they're very superb and strategic hunters. Um, Very inquisitive creatures, I would say. Um, very shy, but once you do see one, just get your camera ready because you don't know when you're going to see another one. They're not like the great blue herons, where the great blue herons aren't shy at all. They don't mind people's presence, but these guys are quite shy when people are nearby. So this is my very first time to ever photograph it, period. And and I was actually lucky enough to snap a few images of this great egret. Even the second time I went there, I was lucky enough to grab a few more images. So I'm glad. This is like the season for me to get great egrets because this is the very first time, guys. I don't know if you guys are following my Instagram page, but I have photographed some egrets actually some weeks ago, and I didn't do a video on them, but I posted it on my Instagram page. So if you guys are following me, definitely check out my IG page because I've posted a lot of stuff on there. I don't always create videos for these pictures, so definitely check on there, guys. But the ones on my Instagram page are a little bit better than these. But hey, I like this one because it's close. It's not the sharpest, but I like the angle how I shot it, and I like the lighting too. Um, this was like an unexpected encounter, so I wasn't 100% ready to photograph this egret. But I still am happy with what I got overall. Yeah, great egrets. I don't usually see these birds. This is my very first time. Like this is the second time I've seen one. But from observing these birds, they are quite territorial. So let's say I gave you an example. If I see one great egret land in one area, and then another great egret tries to land in the same area the original one landed, the original one will just chase off the other one that's trying to land. So they do not like, they like being by themselves, basically, just from my observation. I haven't seen them being that social unless they're mating together, or if they're not mating, they're definitely not. They're not going to tolerate each other quite long at all. They love their space, and they love large, expanse territory, just them in it and nothing else. So you'll see that if you observe great egrets in the wild. But it was a pleasure to watch, though, just to see the difference between a great egret and a great blue heron. Because great blue herons, they're not like that. I've seen great blue herons hunting together all the time, but I'm just used to that type of behavior. But this is my first time actually observing great egret behavior, so I didn't think it would be much of a difference, but there is a difference, guys. So keep that in mind if you attend to photograph great egrets. Just keep in mind that you're probably not going to see a whole bunch of them in a colony, but you're just going to see one by itself. That's what I've been observing, at least in Maryland. I'm sure the further south you go, they're probably a bit more social, because the weather does have an influence on your behavior, specifically with the animals, and I'll say even human beings as well. When you're like nice warm weather, you tend to be more laid back, nonchalant. You don't really, you're not like high strung like these eagles are in Maryland. But I think it was because of the weather, the latitude, longitude, and all that. I think that plays a role in these birds' behaviors. But either way, as long as I got the images I wanted to get, that's all that matters to me. So yeah, I didn't film this bird. I didn't have an opportunity, but maybe one day I might have an opportunity to film this bird as well. But I've done a lot, guys. I filmed so many birds. I was shocked myself. I was surprised. I rarely get opportunities, but I want to thank a photographer of mine, friend Randall. He gave me his tripod. He had two in his trunk, but he said I can use the one he had. He said there was something wrong with it, but the tripod works fine for me. I don't have any issues with it, so I really thank him just for give me his tripod. I love it. It works well for me, and I get some great images and film videos just by using tripod. So I love it. This is a male osprey. Um, this is probably one of the parents that was, probably checking on his chicks and all that, make sure they're all right. Actually, so in the video, I was able to capture, I think, the male osprey landing into the nest and drop the fish in there, and it was dropping into the chicks, and I actually captured all that. I captured that. I captured the chicks practicing flying, and I even captured the female, I would say the mother, coming to the nest and just checking on the chicks. I captured all that, guys, different clips and everything. So yeah, it's gonna take a while for me to go through all these videos and edit them and all that. But I just wanted to guys let you know that there's more content coming in the near future. So but I just wanted to show you the pictures first because I always show pictures. Yeah, this is one of my favorite images. I love how I shot it. Love the angle, lighting, all that good stuff. I actually discovered a new spot at Marshy Point. So there's this blind, right? This is a new blind they set out. I guess it's a bird blind or whatever. So it's like a wooded platform, and it's actually situated towards the front of the nest. So you get like a front row seat of the nest, the osprey nest. The lighting, so if you go early in the morning like I did, the lighting isn't the best. Like the sun is kind of like facing you a little bit, so you gotta have to shoot at an angle. But it's still possible to get some good in-flight opportunities of the birds. Like it's not impossible because I got some in-flight opportunities of the ospreys. But just keep that in mind if you ever do want to visit this park and you see that blind. It is as the sun rises, it is facing east, so the sun is going to be a contributing factor of inhibiting you from getting some images you like, especially in flight images. But in terms of filming the nest, it's not too bad. Maybe the afternoon might be better, but I think the park closes pretty early. I think it closes at 5, so that's the only thing. In the summertime, I would say I'd rather go there around I mean, I guess at that point the sun isn't nowhere near the nest, so it might not be a bad time to go in the afternoon actually than the morning. Um, I might have to try that one day. I never really went to a nature park in the afternoon before, but that might be a better idea in terms of lighting wise. It might be better to do that. So I might have to try one day. Hopefully, you know, I noticed one of the Osprey chicks did not. One of them just kind of flew off a lot. I think one of the ones are just practicing hunting, but the other one isn't. It's kind of squeamish. It doesn't quite want to leave the nest just yet. It's almost like a late bloomer. So there's one that likes to hang out of the nest. It knows how to fly and everything, but it just kind of like to sit at the nest. I guess just waiting for the parents to feed it. But at some point, they both are going to have to learn how to hunt. And they were begging the last time I was there, just for their parents about food. But this is around the age where it's late August right now, so they definitely need to start experimenting in terms of hunting. Just make those failures, just do trials and errors and figure out what works for you so you can get the fish. That's the best way they're going to survive. They have to learn how to hunt for themselves. They have to learn how to take care of themselves, and that's the most important lesson of their lives right now. I think they go with their parents when they go south. I'm not entirely sure. I think they do. I think the parents still just keep watch over them. But when they come back up here after, like during the spring migration, I think that's when they're fully on their own. But they really need to start hunting right now. Um, just because sometimes the parents aren't going to be there forever. So, they'll figure it out. I think they'll be in good hands. But I love just capturing all that in the camera. And yeah, it's really amazing. This one looks like a juvenile just from the upper edges of the wings there. I see a lot of white fringes on the top surface of the wings. So it looks like a juvenile. It might have been one of the chicks. I just didn't know. I wasn't paying attention to that actually. But it might be one of the chicks. Or just another juvenile. Not one of the chicks I got on the nest, but this might be another juvenile from another nest. This one looks a little bit different. This might have been not been trying to beg for food too. You never know. But it does look quite young. Yeah. But either way, it's flying around. It's doing something. It's not just sitting in the nest. It's doing something. So I give it props for that. Hopefully it's hunting and getting its fish and all that. But you see the little strands on the edge of the wing there? It's actually some grass. In the next image, you're going to see a little bit of grass on its talons. I think it missed its prey, so that's why you'll see that. But a little bit of, I guess it's algae or whatever that is, some type of vegetation that's left off its talons. But I mean, you miss and you learn from it. You learn from your lessons, you learn from your mistakes. But just keep persisting, and you will succeed. Um, I have full faith in these ospreys. They're the most superb hunters in the birds. They're better hunters than the bald eagle is. I don't know if I told you guys this story. Oh, this is the one I was talking about. I love this image. Yeah, this is the juvenile right here. I think this is a young one. Yeah, this is what happened. He just missed it, or she missed it, or whatever. I think this is a female. I see a little bib on his chest. This is a young female actually, and there's quite a big one. So she will get it. Yeah, she'll figure it out. I have faith in her. One of my favorite images. I've always wanted to get an angle like this of the bird just circling like this. Beautiful, beautiful angle, beautiful perspective. The lighting could be better, but like I said, I shot this close to the sun, so you can only do so much in terms of lighting. But I am happy with what I have overall. I mean, there's some things I'm not happy about, but overall, I'm happy. I've gotten something. I didn't leave empty-handed. Leaving empty-handed by driving to this park would not make me happy at all. I would be disappointed, but I'm glad I've able to get some great images. You know, that's what makes me happy. It helps me continue to pursue what I love doing. I mean, that's the end game. But yeah. So she will, figure things out and live her life and can migrate south and have fun. Have fun with her ospreys and just have fun living. And, yeah. But yeah. I always am surprised how I can just identify the osprey sexes and how young they are and all that. So I've been studying birds for a while, so I just kind of know. I don't kind of know. I just know the fill marks, the coloration of the wings, and whenever you see a bib, always think female, because females always have the bibs, but the males don't. I mean, occasionally a male does, but usually it's pale white below. And the eyes are orangish, like an orange. I think it's like an orange red color, or something like that. Um, yeah. And there's another. This is a female osprey. I don't know. This might be one of the parents, because sometimes other ospreys come by near the nest, and that doesn't necessarily mean they're a part of the nest. They're just flying by, because they probably have another nest somewhere. This is the only nest I've noticed. But this is a big park, so there's probably other osprey nests, because I see other osprey pairs hunting as well. So there's multiple osprey pairs, guys. So when I'm photographing these birds, I'm not sure which ones I'm photographing until I see them coming to the nest, and I know, okay, that's the parent and not just a stranger to the nest. Love the angle. Beautiful lighting. This is probably a little later in the morning because it's not much as backlit in terms of lighting. So yeah, and you see in this image the eyes are yellow, so you can tell this is an adult. If you see the eyes are orange, I think the juvenile's eyes are orange, so that makes it a juvenile. I'm confusing it with the exhibitor species because the exhibitor species, the eyes are technically red for the adults, the exhibitors. Um, but that's a different hawk species altogether, so let's not get into all that. But yeah, this is an adult female. Perfect bib and perfect yellow eyes. Beautiful, right? Yes, beautiful. Beautiful image. Uh, but yeah, it's sitting at this blind. I was able to get close up in flight images, and that was the amazing part. So I was glad I was able to pull this off. So man, I'm glad. It's like yes, yes, yes. Pull it off, pull it off. You know. So yeah, it was fun nonetheless. You know, beautiful. I definitely want to. Um, I look forward to seeing them in next year. You know, and seeing what else I can get. You know, this is the last image, guys. This is the closest image I'll say I got because the wings are cropped. Because this is like in camera, so I couldn't. I think I zoomed out all the way. That's why it's cropped like this. But that's fine. I mean, you can see how close I was, so that's a good thing. So sometimes crop images, like I shot in camera with crop, that's fine. But yeah, I think it's the same one. You're just circling over the nest, and didn't really it's empty-handed because I don't see no fish in its tails. So this might be the part when it was landing into the nest, and then I filmed it. I think it was chilling with the chicks for a few minutes, and then it went back to hunting. So yeah, yep. These parents are very affectionate with their chicks. They're great parents and they're great hunters. It's just beautiful to watch them just live their lives and just experience the cycle of life of the osprey. You know, right at the nest, right there. You get the front row seat. Just grab a chair, grab your tripod, and grab your camera and just shoot. And just spend as much time there as possible. You know, that's what I've been doing. But I just be there for like a 2 to 3 hours at a time. Maybe I just go once a week. So if the weather's optimal, of course. If the weather's not optimal, I can't go there for a week. So I only go out, every once a week. So yeah. So yeah, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this episode of Jay's Nature Walk. Definitely like, comment, share, and subscribe, guys. Like I said, I don't know if it's gonna be next week. It's probably not gonna be next week because I gotta edit the videos and all that stuff. So soon, maybe in a couple of weeks or so, I will edit the videos and I'll put that on my YouTube channel so you guys can check out what I got. Alright, buy my books, my prints, and links below the description. Donate also, that's also a link below the description of this video. And that's it, guys. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys probably in a few weeks. Alright, guys, I'll see you guys later. Have a wonderful week.